It broke it right. You have to do the writing.
Bob, you know everybody up there.
Nope,
Okay.
I don't know too many of them.
Well,
Keith Small.
Okay. Right, Curtis. Curtis. Oh, God, I remember you. Yeah. Wish you wouldn't say it that way.
That was funny the way you said that. Remember you.
All right, well, since Jerry confirmed she isn't coming, we know Bob here, let's call the meeting to order then. And from what I can see and understand from the call I got, that we have one review to do tonight, and is that for you? Okay. And want to speak a little bit on exactly what you're doing?
You can come on up and show us on the Mylars what we've got going on here.
Originally, my parents owned this property right here. And, we're going to be eventually building on the property, and pretty much in exactly the place where the mobile home is. So they have graciously given us this much now, with a total of 10.491 acres.
Okay, did you fill out, oh, there it is, okay.
And I didn't put the exact address here, because my parents are currently living in this address, and they kept the 180 because they did live up here, and nobody was living here because my grandmother had expired and she was 168, and they were wondering if possibly we could do 180A and 180B.
180 in reference to,
180A is this property and the address of this home, and then, the existing land over here is my parents.
right,
The post office will ultimately make that.
yeah, that's what.
Okay, okay.
The mobile home, is it occupied or vacant right now?
Vacant.
Thought it was.
Yeah, it will be removed as well.
It has sewer system?
Yeah, it does, it has a leach head.
Okay. Well, yeah, like Mike said, as far as the numbering address, whatever, that's
Okay,
about
yeah.
everything. Anybody else, or anything here?
We have a subdivision occurring out of this parcel.
Yes.
Your existing dwelling is here, or the,
No,
this is
No.
owned by the same people, I
Yeah,
guess?
yeah, it's on my parents' property.
But you, okay, but all of this and this is both gonna be yours?
Right, yeah. And they'll have the remaining, 73.1 acres.
Correct.
You may want to check with the sewage council, but if you Z-line these two properties together, you won't have to get a new sewage module. This property already has a septic system, if they're Z-lined, which just means they show them as connected and owned by the same people. It's not consolidated, it's just Z-lined. So you may want to ask them about that.
He already come out and checked it.
Right, you'll just simply be applying under an existing
Yeah.
septic system instead of a new.
Right.
Do you have that on that paper in front of you, Pete? This is existing, did it say existing?
Yeah, I think it is.
If it does, that's no problem.
Yeah, we've got existing system right there.
No problem.
So explain it again, so the Z line
That if they're not gonna require it, sometimes they require you to have just literally a hook or a Z,
Okay.
to show the two parcels are connected, to
Okay.
show that this septic system can serve this property.
Oh,
But
okay.
since this is over 10 acres, they may not be required.
Now, the way you have this set up, you're gonna have two separate deeds, or you're gonna be,
No, we're combining them both.
Combined.
They're consolidating,
Yeah,
you're
they're
consolidating it.
consolidating.
right, but that's like you're saying, I don't see that physical connection to them.
Right, right.
Okay. Does anyone else have any comments or questions?
I got mine.
I'm sorry, I didn't miss your name for the
Oh,
minutes there.
Heather.
That's okay.
H-E-I-M-D-E-R-G-E-R.
What's the sliver of land here between the end of this parcel and the road? I see just a real tiny sliver in there.
Oh, this is, I'm gonna say, this is the top of the hill,
Mhm.
and the trailer, it starts sloping right after, and my guess, it doesn't go across the road. does
That
it?
property belongs to Steve Gersing, who is across the road. That's his farm.
Okay, so it's just a vestigial piece that crosses from across the road, it's
Right.
right into the front, yeah. You can see right here on the, you just have just a fragment right there.
Yeah, that's his property.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the little wedge, like,
Yeah, it's like the top of the house.
hmm.
so essentially this parcel, the only road frontage you'll have will be right to the point where the right-of-way exits.
Yeah, we're gonna have the existing driveway. We're
Right.
gonna change the way it comes up the hill slightly, but I guess it'll be closer. It'll shift a little
Right,
bit,
yeah.
but we're gonna use the existing entryway from the road.
Any other questions?
I got my answers as well.
Do we have a motion then to accept?
I motion.
One second.
I second.
Okay, moved and seconded, and any further questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. And that should be, unless,
You keep a copy of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
we need the Mylar first. We usually have, keep the Mylar at least 2 or 3 copies, but we need at least 1 or 2 yourself, or?
Yeah, at least a couple.
Is this more copies here?
It looks like another one.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Yeah.
There's several copies here.
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, so we can sign along. with-
Bring one, give some away for gifts.
There you go. This is done this year.
Do we have a permanent?
I do not have a Mylar. It looks like, I think I picked down there, might accomplish it.
Is this yours? Okay. Try it.
Good thing you're right-handed. If I was doing it, I'd have ink all over the page.
Then I take it. If we reorganize, Jerry is or isn't the second, I mean, do we have to reserve this for her to sign, or as the fact that we haven't reorganized?
Technically, as we sit, she's the secretary.
Right, so we'll have her come in the office and sign. And if we do reorganize tonight, she didn't ask for or say, she didn't say protocol on retaining the secretary.
Sign it.
Well, there's usually a, yeah, it's a real fine point where
Local planning.
yeah, it's, all my contacts, and I said glasses, which isn't helping me.
I got binoculars out in the car. Go ahead.
I can hold it clear back here and use the binoculars.
Second, right?
Third, I believe.
No, it's not. Second, right?
Second.
55.
I'll ask them back here. It's a second.
Man. It all looked the same after a while. I thought it was still July yesterday.
I can't believe it's August. This is by the end of the month, I think that's how much shorter.
Hour and 6 minutes.
Okay, I knew I'd heard it, I was staying.
What?
By the end of the month, it'll be an hour and 6 minutes closer to dark. You know anything about bottom rung upgrades? Whoever bands over there. To keep this rich.
Mhm.
I do hard copies.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Same thing.
Well, she, how many do we have? She wanted these two.
There's one here. With copies.
What that was
Fold it or
saying.
roll.
Do I get that, have them signed, and then you pick it up after we sign it, or you just want to call?
I don't care, I mean, that's, like,
I mean, when will she be in, like tomorrow?
I can give her, I can try to get hold of her.
That would be
I
perfect.
just tell her we went ahead and approved it and signed it, she needs to come in and sign it, so.
That would be perfect, because I will be here, at the church, United Methodist Church tomorrow night, making stuff on it, so.
No, I'll send her a text, then I'll just tell her.
You wanna put this with you? Rubber band. These are your copies?
Did you want, you want us to go ahead and sign these two, or you just want the call? No sign? Well, that's what I found, that made sense. Okay, that'd be it, then, I'll get ahold of Jerry and have her. Hopefully Gil can come in.
Might as well keep that copy too, Keith, then so Gary can sign it.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, just hang on to all the copies.
Yeah, that's, yeah,
Jerry
that's what
signed
she,
everything.
yeah, that's what she just said, she needed them. All right. Okay, that'd be it then, I mean, that's it.
Cool. What about this application one day, is that, you need this paper?
Yeah, we'll keep this with,
Or we need that one too?
she didn't sign anything. That'll have to be in the office, you know.
Yeah. Have you made copies of this to keep for yourself?
Mhm.
Not sure how many did you stuff up?
Has the office been normally signing numbers on each of these?
No, I don't know, to be honest with you.
lady.
Have a good evening.
Karen.
There you go. There you go. Good night.
Yeah.
All right, so since I mentioned before the meeting that the thoughts that since we're now at a complement of 7, one absent tonight, that it'd be a good time to discuss or proceed officially with reorganizing. I'd like to open it just for discussion at first without a formal motion at this point.
What all do we have to do to reorganize? What is it?
My understanding would be that we just simply, let's say I don't want to be chairman. And my thoughts were we just had to, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say we just open the floor to elections of, like, secretary, vice chairman, chairman.
With reorganization in mind, probably it's fair for me to put out there that my position is becoming a little more tenuous as far as my ability to attend these meetings. I've had a higher absentee rate than I like. It's with my work schedule and so forth, it's getting a little tougher for me to make these. I would probably recuse myself from being irreplaceable at this point.
Any comments, Tony?
Well, the way we've been doing it, the boat's been afloat, exactly what we're all doing. She's been our secretary. She's good at that, she's gonna do it.
Well, she didn't object. I mean,
All you have to agree here is all of us agree that we're gonna keep the installation intact. That's us.
at that point.
That's all you have to do, and then you pass it on to the supervisor.
Well, at this
They
point,
still have to know.
at this point, I am the co-chair. What I'm leaning toward, if we're gonna reorganize, you may consider replacing me with another co-chair, just because of my
No, I
absenteeism.
knew that. It was good, we sensed that, you're coming as much as you could. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. I'm usually here, I'm coming here, what, 2 years now? I think we have a good group. I like to see us better impact. Because I'm a firm believer that planning commission is like the fulcrum of the whole program. Because they come here first. And I hate to see you go, because you put a lot of input in. You really did.
I'm still planning on being here as much as I can, but just kind of what I'm getting at is,
No, there's retained membership, but not a position.
And my thing is, pointed 7 to 5, so that's something new for me. 7 planning commission personnel from 5. So, that tells me that more business coming in this area will have some more input from us. That's what I'm hoping for. And like right now, it's like we understand each other. And, we know where we're coming from. We're down to our people. It's great. But that's up to you what to do. I mean, you got an engineer there. I'm a retired engineer. And you got good possibilities. You got people here and knows the community, knows the people, and that's important.
I hate taking the pay cut, not being a co-chair.
I'm just saying how I feel. I mean that's, as you know, so I listen more than I talk. But,
Well, we do have an annual, there is a designated in the commission that you do have your annual vote or reorganization, or vote for the various positions. Is that not normally January?
yeah.
Something that you guys may want to chew on. There's nothing that says you have to have 7 members. And the municipalities plan code also provides you can have alternate members. And I think up to 3, if I'm not, I know at least 1, I know 2 is approved, but I think the limit's 3. Jody, do you know?
I think it depends on the size of the commission,
Okay.
how many you
Right.
have
That's something that you might wanna, because I know it is hard to people with busy schedules. It's always hard to get everybody, but if you have alternates, it might be something that would work, and maybe it won't. It's just something to think about.
With 7 members, how many is considered a quorum? 4 or 5? 4. 4?
It gives us about a 10% advantage over what we did have for a quorum. We got a lot better chance of making a quorum any given
Right.
meeting.
And obviously Jerry said she didn't get a phone call, so we need to improve upon that.
I do was usually give an assurance that the calls were being made.
Yeah.
I got 2 calls.
Maybe you got Jerry's.
That's what I said. You get Jerry's call.
I'll check on the phone call because Tammy told me she called every one of them, so I'll double check on that.
Okay, appreciate that.
Yeah, we just, I think if everybody gets notified, you know, we do our best to be here.
Yeah.
And we've never gone through.
Planning on the manual.
Right. Do we need to get that done before we reorganize, or does that have any effect on it at all?
Well, no, that's also a point that, we kind of slipped away from recently.
We're trying to get that done since
You're
June.
going through the very elements of the planning.
Keith, one of the questions, that when you get an opportunity for that question, I'd like to ask you one question about the duties of the planning commission. And I've not read the section for a long time, but what is considered land development in that ordinance?
I'm sorry, say
What
again?
is considered land development? Because that's one thing that over the years we've not done a lot of, is reviewing land development plans.
That's pretty broad sweep.
It is.
It is. I mean, that takes in a lot of
Right.
territory, or it can take in a lot of territory.
I mean, in the past, what kinds of things has the board reviewed in terms of development? Did the Dollar General store come before you?
Yeah.
Campgrounds come before you?
NPC, second class.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? I don't remember too many things under that definition. Or how wide or how broad that definition is, I don't know that, because it's a question.
And that's one of the meetings we've been trying to address, and you're aware of the problems we've had with that, where when we try to address this as an open meeting, we typically get sidetracked, and we've been trying since when, January? February, just to get through all the particulars pertaining to the planning commission. We're just not having a lot of success doing that.
Okay, with the comments being made, then I'll make the comment then that I feel that rather proceeding with making a change right on the board as far as positions of secretary and so forth. And the comments about the manual itself, and let's keep things in place as is until the next official time for elections, and let's try to make an effort then to, as we just said, get back into the book manual on our commission and the elements that we need to be concerned with. Yeah, probably if we don't, the manual comment or.
No, we're only 5 months out now, so.
Okay, then I will draw the thought, suggestion, or question on reorganization into.
The organization, what would be more concerned here is that we're not even studying the ordinance that we have. That's our Bible, that's as far as we're going. The ordinance that we have here, that's what we have to go by, even when we organize. That's all we have right now, and that's all that's important right now, okay? We're not gonna talk about anything else except we're tied into the ordinance, and that's very important. And a lot of us still don't know what's all in there, we have to.
Well, let's then say that let's try to have 100% membership at our next meeting and make an effort to get
But
it.
what I'm trying to say, anything beyond the ordinance right now is immaterial for us. Right now.
No, you're right, Tom.
All we're just, bring the people, who what has to be done, we can take it from here. But like I want to address to the supervisors, that that actually, I think we can handle it. We don't have to pass it on to the supervisors. We can handle it right here. But the biggest thing that I see is that we're just not knowledgeable enough what's going on. Like you just said, we're putting it in the back burner, and it has to stop. So, but you're gonna have 7, but you don't have to. We all gotta be on the same board. And because we come in here, we sit here and we're guessing ourselves. The planning commission has a lot of authority to itself. And like I said just a while ago, that ordinance is our Bible. And that's as far as we should be thinking about it. That's all right now. Everybody gotta be on track on that. And I'm guilty, but I read it, but there's so much of it. Because these people come in and they wanna improve their property. We have to know. They come in here, our organization, they want to improve their property and to bring business. That's the whole idea. That's what planning commission is. You know, for housing, industrial, you know, and what we're going by is what's in that ordinance. And that's it for now. Okay? Just, and
I agree.
we gotta stay intact. Kurt, I know, you know, Mr. Curtis, I know what's up, you know, you do what you have to do, but I enjoy your input. How are you guys? Engineer, and, Keith, you were with the, property and the people, the organization you're with, you know what's going on out there?
Okay, well then, one comment that we need to keep in mind, then, let's say that the office calls and said, well, there's no plans, you know, blah, 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 then we need to establish the fact that we are going to come next month at the designated date and time, and even if there's no plans, we're gonna.
Yeah, that should be our agenda.
The next agenda will be plans or no plans, will be to get back into the ordinance. Everybody agree, sound reasonable?
Should have been attacked a long time ago.
And if we do have a turnout at that meeting where we're fielding questions or so forth, we're just gonna have to revert to Robert's law, Robert's rules, and go right down through so that we do have time to get into the things that we need to be getting into with an eye toward reorganization and with an eye toward furthering education.
All right, any other issues, comments, anybody would need, ask, want, anything that needs covered or brought up?
Keith, we'll see that the new members get the copies of the ordinance. You guys all, current members have it, right? You guys all been given the ordinance?
Yeah.
I think it's also on the website, but we'll get you a copy of the ordinance.
I'm not trying to undermine supervisors because you got enough on your plates. But I really think that, we got this ordinated a little while back, thinking that we're not interested in the future here. We are. I think we can get our facts together. I think we can get our heads together. We can do our thing, and then we can present everything to you. And we can handle the job. We can handle the load.
Okay, if there's nothing else, I have a motion to adjourn.
Next meeting will be first Tuesday of the month, right?
Correct, yes. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's
First Tuesday of the month, 7
first
p.m.
Tuesday of the month. 7 p.m.
Anything else?
Any motion to adjourn?
Make it fair.
Make a motion to adjourn.
It's gonna be fair.
You might not want to be during the fair.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, it's a. that's
You
what
might
I'm
wanna
looking-
push it a week or something.
That's right.
That's
Well,
the,
A
that's
fair week coming up.
Fair week.
the first Tuesday is the fifth.
The world stops.
Yeah,
at
but
this
it-
point fair.
What we doing? We
I don't know.
First Tuesday is the sixth.
Or sixth, yeah.
Six?
I'll
Yeah.
Yeah,
look
but
at that
for,
one.
if
I'll
we're
look at
coming in
that.
and there's nothing super major, is that much time going to,
It's gonna take a while to digest that ordinance.
say again?
It's gonna take a while to digest that
Pages,
ordinance.
yeah.
There's a lot of pages to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if all of us are able to get, I mean, do you want to defer to a different date because of that, or
I would.
you rather have a different date?
We can advertise it whenever you want if you let us know what you wanna do. It don't have to be Tuesday.
I'm not
Well,
trying to sing the
No,
fair
I'm
one with the other.
No, no,
I
I
just,
don't
if
know
we have a
if we
meeting,
schedule right now.
That's-
Yeah.
there is
there's always
Work on
something going
Saturday.
on given for a lot, some of us.
Yeah, but it ain't the fair.
Monday.
After the fair, anytime after the fair, before the.
That still
meeting.
puts us a day before the supervisors.
Just move it up
Yeah.
a week.
How's that?
Hold on.
But I'm just saying, there's a lot that we have to absorb. So tell me, John, what you wanna do?
So that would be
September 2nd's not fair week, is it?
No.
No, week Labor
September
Day is.
6th.
Yeah, September 6th.
Yeah, September sixth is the first Tuesday.
Right.
September 13th is the second Tuesday.
We may want to
Right.
push it back to the 13th because we've got Labor Day weekend and the fair
All right,
concurrently.
All right, well, let's have a motion that we move the meeting to September 13th.
That'll be the same day as the, same week as the township meeting, that's all. That'll be fine.
That's
There's no difference.
As long as we're ahead of
It's
township.
still ahead of the meeting, so
Right.
Yeah.
that'll still
Okay.
work.
That's what I was
Motion-
getting at, it needs to be ahead of the meeting in case you have to approve something for somebody to, for them guys to.
Yeah, we don't want to delay anybody getting behind the cycle. We always want to stay ahead of the meeting.
Instead of what?
Can we have it on the 12th? Does that be that close? Monday night, is that Tuesday night? That's what it said, your regular?
It's probably, either one's probably equally the same for me in September.